Okay, here we are. So, I'll wait for a few people to get here. I was not on last week and yesterday. You guys may have noticed, maybe not. I woke up last week and this side of my face is still a little swollen, but it was like Quasimodo crazy. And I assumed it was like an abscess because I had like a tooth that was bothering me. Hey, Sonia. But it ended up being that from like my disease caused me to grow like random crazy bones. Ugh, I feel like my hair is doing crazy things and I'm wetting it. Hi, Sunny Bunny. So I'm gonna do my hair while I'm talking to you guys. It's really a mess right now, and my roots are out, and I'm feeling very about my hair. Look how gray my hair is. That's natural. That's what my natural hair looks like. Anyway, so, thank you. So, anyway, when we went in, my disease makes me grow random bones. Like I have one growing right here, and we x-ray it and stuff to make sure it's not going to poke my lung. But this had caused it, like a tooth up in my sinus, and one of my big fears. So, hi Ann. So I had to go and have oral surgery, and they went in and they pulled the tooth and like patched. They took skin from the roof of my mouth and made a patch in my sinus, so my sinus would be closed and not have a hole in it anymore. And it's super not fun procedure, but I have been dealing with, I still am a little swollen. In here, it's not as bad as it was, so I felt like I could come on, and my eye keeps swelling up, and sometimes my forehead and all in here, but it's very painful. Wasn't fun at all. The good thing about it though was that the bearded one came down for it, which couldn't have done it without you, baby. I love you. He'll watch this later. He's working today. But anyway, so I'm not supposed to do much of anything, which if anybody knows me, I don't listen very well. But I'm not supposed to bend over. It's gonna be like a fairly long recovery. I found out yesterday that it's like 4 to 6 month recovery. What? I thought that they had told me like I would be better in 2 weeks, but that's not the case. And they have me on antibiotics. They gave me painkillers and stuff, but anybody that knows me knows I don't take those. But I'm not allowed to bend over. I'm not allowed to sneeze. What? I'm not, I forget. Like there's a whole, I'm not allowed to like lay down flat. I have to like, I pile up pillows. I only take baths. I don't take showers unless I'm really dirty from outside or something. And like laying down to wash my hair creates a lot of pain. So it's just really, really weird. Like a lot of pressure, and I have to be careful what I eat. I woke up at like, I think it was around 3 o'clock in the morning last night, this morning, however you want to say it. I know, how do you prevent from sneezing? That's what I'm saying. Luckily, I don't tend to sneeze a lot. I cough a lot, especially now because all that was causing the swelling is like draining, and I feel like I'm drowning. It's kind of gross, and you guys probably don't want to hear about that, but it's nasty. But I woke up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and it just felt like somebody had punched me in the face. I was like, oh. So took my ibuprofen, which I'm strong. I'm getting through this with ibuprofen. So they gave me Percocets and stuff, but I don't play around with anything like that. So I'm getting through it all with just the ibuprofen. Very proud of myself. And the antibiotics and stuff, of course. Oh, I'm just making the mess worse, and my paper towels have disappeared, and now I'm just smearing stuff around on my hands. I sprayed my hands with, my mother was an addict, so I am a freak when it comes to taking anything that could possibly cause me to become an addict. Hi, Jessica, I think. So yeah, I'm super careful with that kind of thing. Like even my anxiety medicine, they have me on one that's very, very addictive, but I take it only really as needed. So yeah. Whew. But I'm all stitched up, so if you like notice this side doesn't move as much, that's why. And that's why I haven't been here. But I had hoped to come yesterday, but ended up getting overwhelmed a little bit in the kitchen. So now I'm back, but oh, I'm blabbering. I'm going to show you guys some of the stuff that's on my workbench right now. I think I may have a little bit. Well, no, I lie. I don't have an addictive personality. When I smoked and I just stopped smoking, I just stopped smoking. Like, I didn't want to smoke anymore. I just put them down. That was it. I drink when I want to drink. I don't drink when I... So, for me, no. I have a, like, a anxious personality. I'm constantly... Oh, and look at what they've done to me. If you see all of these bruises all over my hands, it took them 5 times. Look at that bruise. It took them, that's not my tattoo. It took them 5 tries to get the IV in. So my hands are really bruised up, y'all. That is from the doctor, not from me. But I'm going to show you guys some of the stuff that's on my workbench, because I have some really cool stuff on my workbench right now, besides Evangeline, which I promise we're going to get to. Oh, I have PTSD, OCD, and extreme anxiety. Like, my anxiety is kind of through the roof. And actually, tomorrow's, like, Mythbusters, I'm going to talk a little bit about babies as therapy babies and one of the reasons that they work so well. But anyway, on my table, I have some amazing things on my table right now. It's packed full, as always. I'm going to start with a package, a custom order I have, and I haven't opened this yet. It is just, I cut the tape so that I'm not using a razor blade, or not a razor blade, a X-Acto knife on here, because I cut myself a lot. Sonia can tell you, like, I'm constantly cutting myself. This is his COA. I ordered him from the fabulous Sherry Bowden. Or no. Yeah, Sherry Bowden. Sorry. I am on sinus meds and stuff, and then they, yeah, they just couldn't, they said I had a lot of valves in my veins, and my veins kept rolling. And the only reason she got it in here, this is where they finally got it in, is because she was like, ah. But, She always sends like the cutest thing. I'm hanging in there. Here is his COA, and he is Evan, sculpted by Toby Morgan, poured by Bowden Babies, and he's number 24. So he's, like I said, a custom order, and he is sealed up nice in these bags. She's wonderful to deal with. I love her so much. I have several orders for silicones, but every time I get one, they're just so fun. So you may recognize him. He's the same sculpt as my Pip. So he's oh, Rocky Kit, yeah. So he's the same one. You've seen him before. I just wanted to share that he is now in the studio. Woohoo, in the studio. The studio is becoming overrun, y'all. Like, I am getting so many. I'm going to need to build an addition out the front. Da, 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 da. Look at this baby. Any guesses on who she is? Does anybody know? Anne's not allowed to guess because she should know because she's been here. I was working on this baby when they told me I need surgery, before, like, from the time they told me till like that day. I haven't worked on it since, and I wish I could get the good lighting. Oh, that's a little better. It looked really pink up here, but this is more the skin tone, and it's still a whip. Any guesses on who it might be? Bueller, come on, guys. Anybody want to guess on who this baby is? It's a beautiful baby. It's by my any guesses on who it is? No, this is by my favorite sculptor. My very favorite sculptor. It's Esme. My phone's yelling at me. It's Esme Eagles. Now, this is the Evangeline. This'll compare. This is Evangeline. She's going to be the giveaway baby. And then this is, she just has a few more. Coughing is not my friend. It hurts. Okay. I'm doing them inside, kind of a similar skin tone-ish. It's all that drainage. So they will be, she's just farther along than she is. It'll be, I mean, not the same, but similar. Like a newborn type. But Laura just, I'm telling you, her sculpts are by far. But Esme is super rare. Like super, super rare. Just the kit alone goes, if you can find one, they go for like a little over $300. But, so she's on my work table. I have, anybody to want to guess this kit? Oh, I'm hurting myself. This is Hilaria. She's not confused for anybody, I'm sure. I shouldn't be laughing. That hurts so bad. Cute little Hilaria is coming to life. She's going to be a green alien, obviously. But I'm still doing all the layers like I do on a regular reborn, just in shades of like green and gray. And so she's coming to life. I have this beauty, who I haven't started yet, custom order that is a fairy done grudge style. So that's going to be awesomely fun for me. Anybody that knows me knows I love my alts. I do a lot of the like natural looking babies, but I love my alts. This is a repair, so I'm doing the best I can. This is Genevieve Brace, and without stripping, when I started her, her entire face was the color of her lips. Like, she literally was bright, bright red, and now it's almost a natural. I haven't blushed or anything yet. I've just been trying to tone the red and get some of her under layers done, like a little blue and some veining, because it just was, she looked like she had either rolled in beets or been at the beach for a very, very long time. So I have little Genevieve on my table. I have, oh, I am so stoked for this one. Are you ready? Are you ready? Pow! Oh, this sculpt is beyond gorgeous. Sarah Melman did an absolutely incredible job. And I am going to be painting him and entering him in her prototype contest, which, fingers crossed, wish me luck, guys. Because if I become a prototype artist, y'all knew me when, you know, it was just like 100 followers or something here. My Facebook page is bigger, but still, you'll be like, oh, I knew her back then. But I'm just amazed by this kit. He comes with a full torso. I'll show you a little bit. I don't know if y'all have seen him, but he comes with a full torso. He does not have a body that goes inside. Like, it's not like the Bountiful Baby cloth body type thing. But I thought this was cute. Turn your head away if you are, yeah, I will, I promise. I'm not like that. If you're offended by reptile reproductive systems, turn your head away now, because Draken has a cloaca. Sarah, she did a cloaca on Draken. I was so impressed. Like, you guys don't even know how much little details like that, because I'm a uber geek. Little tiny details like that just make me like super stoked. I'm like, wow, somebody that even knows what a cloaca is. So these are his paws or feet or whatever you want to call them. They're super cute, and he has some great claws. He has a long tail. Yeah, it goes this way. But he has like the little spines. Cute little tail. His detailing is fabu. Oh, I already showed you the feet. I'm trying to grab a hand without getting up. And these are his little hands. I love the little claws. See, he still can kind of hold your hand like a regular reborn. Gorgeous little pads. And then the piece de la resistance. Look at the, I'm going to try, look at the detailing on these wings, would you? The spines, the little ridges to make it leathery looking. And I mean, he's a good sized kit. Like, I can spread out my hand like this, and you can barely see it. Yeah, I wasn't expecting him to be this big. McPherson said like 15 inches or something. Like, they seem to be confused about his size, which doesn't matter to me. I love his size. I didn't know what to expect, but he really is just, like I said, he's just a giant. He's probably, I would say, close to Finn's height anyway, but the head is just beyond gorgeous. So on my work table. These are already prepped and everything. That's why I sprayed my hands with alcohol. And then I have my wear pup. So he is being made for the bearded one. We'll see if he really watches my YouTube videos. He says he watches every single one because he misses me. And this is a present for him. So if he's like, I saw you making me a wear pup, then it's really hard to be a goofball when half your face hurts. Then I'll be like, whoopsie daisy. But otherwise, I'll know that he didn't. Has everybody seen like the wear pup limbs and stuff? Do you want me to show those, or should I just get on with Evangeline? The limbs for the wear pup are beautiful too. I know a lot of people have issues with them being shipped out or whatever. There's some kind of drama, which I am not even touching with a 10-foot pole. But I got mine, I pre-ordered mine. So, it came in the first wave. Like literally, I waited a couple months. I pre-ordered mine right in the very beginning. But nobody answered me about his limbs, so I'm just going to show them quick. These are his little foots. See, this is his back one. So, or, I mean, his leg. So, it's done like a dog leg is. Beautiful toes. I'm really excited to get, I think it's Lucian that is in prototype right now too. Because my husband has a thing for wolves, therefore I do. But you can see his, good morning Tammy. Oh, and y'all, why I'm thinking about it, Tammy found the paint trays that I was saying that I love so much, and she sent them to me as a Valentine's gift. Isn't that awesome? So now I have some extra ones. But see his little pad thing here, and then he has little toe pads. I'm trying to get a good angle so you can see them, and the angle of the foot is correct. His hands, he doesn't have a torso, so it's just cloth body. But just the cutest little toe beans. Little toe beans. So cute. Dew claw. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? So cute. His other hand is closed. So he just, on the other hand, it's like barely you can see. I was going to say where she found him, but I forget. And I love his little claws. Anyway, the details are adorable for him. Tammy, what store did you find those paint trays again? Anyway, AC Moore's. That's where I bought mine. Yes, AC Moore's is fabulous. I knew that I got mine somewhere like that, but I don't think they have AC Moore's down here. They only have them in Pennsylvania. But I could tell Robert, go and buy all of these that you see. Then he'd buy them and take them forever for him to ship them. Just kidding. So this is actually the exact one that I had originally. Well done, Tammy. Anyway, the wear pup. My experience with them. I pre-ordered. It came in the first wave. As soon as she says that she had them in within a couple days, I had mine. I've had him ever since. Haven't touched him. I mean, I took him out to look at him, but that's it. He, however, is a wonderful kit, so maybe worth the wait or whatever. That's up to you. Not my call. So anyway, the main event, what we are here for. Actually, I'm kind of in an existential crisis, and can't tell you what I'm here for. Just kidding. Sorta. half a tablespoon of Mona Lisa. And I'm going to use some Flesh 08 on this layer. So I just have Flesh 08 Bountiful Baby. And I'm going to do 1.5 brushes. So swipe on each side. If you hear traffic, it's because it's actually a beautiful temperature here. And I have both my door and my window, which is literally right there next to me. Phaedra is, okay. I have to show because it's too cute. Oi, oi, oi. Oi, oi, oi. Yeah, so funny. Now I've got to get this back to the way it was. Anyway, that's why there's traffic sounding if you hear it. I live out in the country, but for some reason out in the country, moving that hair over, big semis up and down the road all the time. It's like they're trying to avoid the city or something. And just one side for the next swipe, not both sides. So it's 1.5 brushes. And then I have a color that I just kind of custom whipped up. I'll show it to you. You may want to get something similar. I don't even know what I call it. It's kind of a shell. Not really what I was thinking, but my brain just thought of it. And I'm smiling and hurting again. I make myself laugh way more than I probably make anybody else laugh. But anyway, it's like the inside of a seashell pink-ish color. My lighting is fairly decent today. I'm amazed. But I just blend the colors until I get something I like. So there isn't a use XYZ color, but this is what, it's almost the color of the handle of my brush. And mix that in. Basically, I'm just kind of adding a little bit of a tone to that flesh. Some of the fleshes I think look kind of flat sometimes. And I add a little bit of color to liven them up. Well, it's too liquidy to really get it up there, but okay. And I'm going to use a handy dandy sea sponge. I missed some conversation or something. Sunbathing. Oh, very good lighting today. They do. Oh, yeah, I guess because, I mean, it is overcast, but not as bad as usual. That's the outside lighting up. Oh, I see. Sorry. This sinus meds, I call it meth meds because it's the stuff like, I guess, that meth people buy and turn into meth or something. But that's paint under my nail. Nothing gross. I just noticed it in the camera and it bothered me. I've been painting. I'm just gonna kind of dampen the sea sponge a little bit so it's not hard. I don't want it to be like wet, so if you can wring it out, or you can like pounce it a little bit on your paper towel or something like that. I just want it to be more flexible. I don't usually use flesh tones. If I do use flesh tones, then I am always, quote, tweaking them. Oh, so the meth meds. Anyway, they're like the sinus or cold medicines, stuff like that, that you have to show your license to get. And because people turn them into meth. But I'm like such a weirdo that like I go in and I'm like to the pharmacist, I'm like, I need those meth meds. Give them to me. Give me the meth meds. I ran out. I think it was yesterday. My days are all blending together. And woke up. Big face again. I have to constantly, doctor's orders, constantly be taking them right now to keep that moving. Yeah, they're kept behind the counter, and I'm like, give me the meth. Give me the meth. That's Phaedra looking at me. She's like, what? But, yeah, the doctor, I'm like, just give me the prescription form. This is what, okay. You're going to hear me vent a little bit. This is why I'm using the sponge that I am. Usually I don't use sea sponges, but on the flesh layer, I like it because it gives a little bit of a different texture. Like a skinny texture. I don't even need filters. Don't need no filters. But anyway, I have to be taking them right now because of that graft that in my sinuses. I can't have any pressure, which is why I can't sneeze or lay down or bend down, because it shifts that sinus pressure and it can blow out the skin graft. And if it blows out, they have to go in and do it again. And I go back in 2 weeks for them to make sure that it's still there. But it's costing me a fortune, y'all. I have really good dental insurance because the bearded one is a mailman. He's career mailman, so they didn't tell me not to make faces, so they're bad. Anyway, we have really good dental insurance, and my cost was $1,500. That's not including the CAT scan that they did. They said they will bill the insurance and see about that. So, lovely. I need to sell some babies. Anybody want to buy some babies from me? Luckily, the place that I went to does payment plans. So many places now don't do payment plans. And the bearded one and I don't do credit cards. Like we don't have any. The only loan that we have is for the car, and that's it. And I guess technically our cell phones, because even though Verizon tells you you have an upgrade, they frickin' sell you this phone and put you on a payment plan, and I hate the way they do it now, but don't get me started on that. If anybody works at Verizon, I'm sorry, but y'all suck. We stay with you because you have the best reception and all of that jazz, but man, go back to the way it used to be. I hate this. You got to pay it by the month thing, and an upgrade means absolutely nothing now. What was I talking about? I forget. But I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh, so I have to take the meth meds, and they do, like, dry me out really bad everywhere except for my sinuses, which I guess technically they dry out, but it, like, pushes all of that fluid down my throat, which makes me cough, which hurts, and I constantly have to drink because it tastes terrible. So we're going to do that all over the kit. I probably won't run this video into an hour-long video. Y'all know how to pounce over the kit. I do the palms, everything except for the lips and the nails. Do any of y'all have a question before I sign off? Like I said, we're just going to pounce over her and let it flash off and then bake as always. Oh, yeah, she has great limbs. I mean, all of Laura's kits, I kid you not, every single one of them are just, I haven't seen a single one that I'm not in love with. And I have a huge, huge collection of hers. And I don't know her personally, so it's not like I'm going, go buy her stuff so I get, 10%. I wish. Pounce all over the kit. You don't have to use a sea sponge. You just want, basically in building layers, you want to build texture, variety. So I have, plucked sponges that I pluck out. I have torn sponges. I have sea sponges. I have equestrian sponges. I have not torn sponges. Other like I have this whole shelf is full of random sponges, and you just want to change it up. If you're doing the same type of sponge over every layer, it gets muddy and doesn't look right. So use as many different varieties. If you can't afford to get a bunch of different ones right off the bat, start with the cosmetic wedge, because it's so versatile. You can use it like this, just without being torn. Then you can tear it, and you can pluck it. I use these more than anything, but you can make all different shapes and vary it up. I won't pull them all out because it's kind of embarrassing, because y'all would be like, what the heck, lady? But I have tons. This is my hobby. I pluck them and use them for different things. And, just make sure that it's a wide variety of textures, because if you're layering with the same thing over and over and over, then, like I said, all of the beautiful colors that we use and mix up are kind of wasted, because it's just laying right on top of each other. So you're not building that depth. Did I miss any questions? Anybody? Put my hand right in front of the camera because I can't see. Oh, hi, Cherie. Anything. I'm painting a picture of my grandma that passed from my grandpa. Oh, that's sweet, Sunny Bunny. Okay, if there are no questions, that's it for this layer. I'm gonna try and just pop on very briefly tomorrow to do my Mythbusters thing. That will depend on how I'm doing. It really is moment to moment with this. Like, I was doing really good yesterday, and like I said, about 3 in the morning, I literally woke up like, because it just like, pow, it was so intense, and I was almost ready to cry. Laying in bed, I was just like, and that's not like me, and I was just like, oh, grab the ibuprofen, and then I just sat there like, and then the ibuprofen kicked in. Then I woke up okay. So, it is day to day. If I'm not here, it's not because I'm like a scammer. I know somebody asked, like, is this for real? And yes, I'm for real. I have great feedback. I'm not a scammer. I'm sure all scammers say that. Ask around. Tons of people have my babies. And this baby is not for sale. I'm giving her away. The only thing you would have to pay is if you live out of the country and pay for the shipping, because it's just too expensive for me. But if I can be, on, I will be on. If not, it really is just, I mean, I'm taking care of a dementia patient and I have a lot of health issues. And other than that, I will be here. I try and do every Tuesday and Thursday, and I felt really bad that I couldn't get on yesterday. And since I was doing okay today, I popped on. But thinking about y'all, I missed y'all, and I will see you tomorrow, hopefully, fingers crossed.